Welcome to The Con Artist. I'm Rob Lloyd, and we are here with Jamie Bambar himself. How you doing?
I'm really well. Excited to be here.
Now, people will know you from your time on Battlestar Galactica, but you've also had wonderful experience and success with Law & Order UK and Hornblower. Now, I'm going to ask the question that everyone asks, and I want a definite answer, okay? What's your favourite out of the three?
Got to go Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, got to go. For just the huge variety that it involved, the friends that I made, the fact that it was the first gig that took me over to the States. Definitely a game changer in my career.
Now, it's the thing about Battlestar is just the intensity and the epic nature of the amount of emotional turmoil they put the characters through.
Yeah.
Was it a fun experience on set, or was that emotionally draining process? Did it take it out of you behind the scenes as well?
Doing emotional scenes is hard work. There's no doubt about it. You can't fake that stuff. You've got to sort of go there. So yeah, it's draining, but we were a family and we socialized together. We spent the weekends together. I had 3 kids during the show. So did James Callis. We lived in Vancouver. We were so much more than just the work hours. So the work could be draining at times. But, who gets to play a fighter pilot in space 1 minute, then a lawyer in space the next minute, then some strange love triangle going on, and then Lord knows what else was going on. So it never was dull. It was the greatest experience, and I made, lifelong friends.
Now, do they keep the secrets about character arcs and all that quite secret from the cast as well? And so when you were reading the scripts for the first time, was it a surprise to you as well?
Initially, yes. When I started, I was new to the whole American series. I had no idea how it really worked. By the end, we were very much part of the process, and many sort of long nights up in hotel bars drinking with the writers and producers and talking and riffing on ideas and what we liked and what we didn't like. And it was just it was like an independent film that never stopped shooting. So we were all collaborators by the end, and we were empowered largely, the younger actors, by Eddie and Mary, and who were independent film backgrounds and theatre backgrounds, and Michael Reimer, Australian director, who's an independent filmmaker. These people want to collaborate. They don't want to hire an actor who just shows up, says his lines and leaves. They want you to be invested, and Ron Moore too, and David Icke. These were wonderful people to work with. So by the end, no, nothing was a surprise. A few characters got turned into Cylons and they weren't too pleased, so they had some shocks, but that wasn't me, thankfully.
Thankfully, yes. So with Battlestar is the sci-fi show that, is it safe to say, didn't wear the sci-fi badge on its shoulder too much as opposed to other sci-fi shows? So are the type of fans that you get different to, say, some of the fans for, say, Doctor Who or Supernatural or stuff like that? Have you been able to see whether there's a difference between the type of lovers of the show?
Absolutely. Our fans tend to be better looking, better educated. They smell better. They are all-round desirable people to be hanging around with. Some of the others, I've got to tell you, personal hygiene issues, there's all sorts of stuff going on. But Battlestar fans, no, they're the cognoscenti of the sci-fi world.
Oh my God, you got your money's worth there. Oh my gosh. So how was it working on Law & Order UK, which was a show that started, such an institution in America and then being brought to the UK? How was that process being, the face of that show?
It was a complete gear change. I was shooting Battlestar. I got sent the Law & Order scripts, and I did a video audition. And I literally went straight from the set, basically in Vancouver, back to London, my hometown, to bring this American, icon of a show and make it our own. And that was really the attraction, was to do something that had never been done before. British shows are constantly being remade and recast and reshot in America for an American audience in an American context. I don't think we'd ever done the reverse. So this was a moment, and I was just super excited to go home and to bring something like that to British screens. And it's much loved. I mean, the show's done so well. It's still on here, I gather, and all over the world. And so many Americans come up to me now and say they love, the British version of Law and Order. So, yeah, that's kind of a buzz.
Now, you're also famous for your work on Hornblower. And how is that going out on the high seas to film? Are you seaworthy? Do you have your sea legs, or was it a process of hard work?
Well, first of all, it was my first job, so it was a dream come true. You get to dress up in these fancy outfits on ships that we've just built, and we're out at sea all day. I never wanted to leave the set because I couldn't, because we're out at sea all day and they wouldn't let you. But that was, for a first time, I got to watch these great actors, Robert Lindsay and Anthony Sher, huge giants of the British stage and screen. It was a boy's own adventure in every sense. I'm forever grateful, and again made lifelong friends who are still very close to us now. So it's a long time ago, but very, very special time.
Now, I am quite angry. It was such a long time ago, and you still look just as good as you did back then, so screw you.
See, I told you, Battlestar fans.
To finish off, have you done many of these conventions around the world, and is there a preparation or the process you have to go through to get yourself ready for it?
Good night's sleep helps. No, I've done a few now. I've done a few in Australia now. Just this year, I've done this my 4th this year in Australia. So I'm just hugely grateful and blessed that Battlestar is the show that seems to have legs. It seems to survive the test of time, and it's just about, we're at 10th anniversary here in Australia, and the reason why I'm here and Tamo Pennickett's here is because Sci-Fi are going to air the whole series again. So if you haven't seen it, now's your chance to go back to square one and do it. And most of the people I meet have watched the show recently, like in the last couple of years. So that's a tremendous testament to what we did 10 years ago, and it's a thrill to come to these events. Yeah, it's hard work when you're meeting someone every 10 seconds for the whole day, but it's humbling, and it's really gratifying to sort of experience the amount of enthusiasm and love there is out there for something that we do. And that's, after all, the point of storytelling, is for people to want to hear the stories. And
exactly.
No,
you're just a crazy man in the street.
You've just failed otherwise. So no, it's very, very gratifying.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time, Jamie. Enjoy the rest of your time.
Yeah,
Take care.
Talking to you.